Okay, so have you noticed it too? That kind of strange, anxious feeling you get when you're just talking to someone, face to face. It's weird, right? But it's become super common. So today, let's actually dig into why our real life, totally unedited conversations have started to feel so awkward. Just think about it for a second. The last time you were chatting with a friend or maybe a colleague, and the conversation just stopped, right? And in that silence, what did you feel? Was it, comfortable, or did you feel that little jolt of panic set in? That gap, that moment of conversational free fall, that's exactly where this all begins. And this quote just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? It's such a paradox. I mean, we are communicating more than any generation in history. Our thumbs are constantly flying across our keyboards. We're in group chats, we're sending memes, firing off emails. But then you put us in a room together, and suddenly the simple act of speaking can feel, well, kind of terrifying. So, to really understand why the real world feels so strange all of a sudden, we first have to look at the world we've gotten so used to. We got to look at this digital safety net we've built for ourselves, one careful text at a time. And let's be real, it absolutely did. It knocked down so many barriers. You can talk to anyone, anywhere, at any time. It's fast, it's convenient, and honestly, for a long time, it really felt like the ultimate upgrade to human connection. But all that ease came with a hidden price tag. Right, this is our digital comfort zone. And it gives us this kind of superpower, total control. Think about it. You can edit. You type something, you hate it, you delete it, you rephrase it 10 times until the message is perfect. You can pause. You see a message pop up, and you can take minutes or even hours to think up the perfect reply. And you can disappear. If a conversation gets too weird or just boring, you can just stop responding. It's the ultimate level of control. But what happens when we step away from the screen? Well, we enter a totally different arena, one that plays by a very different set of rules. Nope. In real life, there is no backspace button for something dumb you just said. There's no pause button to think of a witty comeback. You are live, you're in high def, and there is absolutely no safety net underneath you. And this is the fundamental clash right here. Online, our conversations are edited and controlled. In real life, they're raw, they're messy, they're completely unpredictable. It's kind of like we've spent years training for a perfectly straight, predictable marathon, and now we're being thrown into a chaotic obstacle course we've never seen before. So, all this time we've spent in our digital comfort zone, it has consequences. It's like we've been flexing one set of communication muscles over and over, while letting this other, much older set of muscles just get weaker and weaker from not being used. So when that safety net is suddenly gone, when you're just standing there without a screen to mediate the whole thing, what's that one big emotion that just bubbles up to the surface? Exposed. Yeah, it's really the perfect word for it. We feel like all our flaws, our little verbal stumbles, our awkward pauses, our totally unplanned reactions are suddenly on full display for everyone to see. We feel seen in a way we are just not used to anymore. And it can be so deeply uncomfortable. This feeling of being exposed, it doesn't come from nowhere. It's because we've lost some very specific skills. That improvisational skill of just knowing what to say next. The social confidence to just sit with a moment of silence and not feel like it's a complete failure. And maybe the biggest one of all, just the simple fundamental ability to be present with another human without a screen to hide behind. And this all brings us to a really, really crucial point. The problem isn't the conversation itself. There's nothing inherently broken about talking to people in real life. Right, so here's the big takeaway. What we're calling awkwardness isn't some deep personal failing. It's just rust. It's that creaky feeling of using a skill that we haven't practiced in a long time. It is not a permanent flaw in your personality. It's just a temporary dip in your social fitness. And hey, if it's a skill we've forgotten, that means it's a skill we can relearn. This isn't about ditching our phones or anything. It's just about consciously choosing to step outside of that digital world sometimes, to engage in something a little more real and, yeah, a little more unedited. And this, right here, this is the thing to remember. Connection, conversation, just being present. These are skills, not things you're just born with. And like any skill, they need practice. When we stop practicing, the act itself starts to feel, well, unnatural.
The awkwardness we feel isn't a sign that we're broken, it's just a sign that we need to get back in the gym, so to speak. So the real question isn't why it's awkward, it's how are you going to choose to practice being human today?